The civil authorities have issued a civil danger warning for the following counties/areas: State of Indiana, State of Ohio, State of Illinois, State of Michigan, and State of Kentucky. Effective from 12:29 p.m. until 12:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The states of Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, Michigan, and Kentucky have reported fissures in the Earth's crust which are continuing to grow and are causing devastation across portions of the affected areas. These fissures are causing damage to property and deaths to those that fall in the fissures. The rifts in these areas are combining, and as a result, is causing more damage to occur. The United States Geological Survey is currently investigating this matter and will give a detailed report once this investigation is complete. It is advised to tune into any media outlets and to listen closely for any and all updates that pertain to this situation. The civil authorities have issued a civil danger warning for the following counties/areas: Lawrence, Fishers, Carmel, Indianapolis, Plainfield, Danville, and Greenwood. Effective from 12:54 p.m. until 1:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. An explosion has just occurred in the central portion of Indiana. Due to the intensity of the explosion, widespread damage and civilian deaths have been reported throughout the affected areas. The exact amount in damages and the exact amount of deceased are currently unknown at this time. The explosion has also caused large amounts of gas to be released from the large rift in central Indiana. Your current residence may not be substantial enough to prevent loss of life. An underground shelter is preferred, along with enough necessary supplies to last approximately 1 to 7 days. These supplies should include, but are not limited to, food, water, medical supplies, any method to emit light, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio. Refrain from exiting your current location, as debris may pose a hazard to those caught outside. Remain tuned in to follow all updates as it becomes available.
The civil authorities have issued an earthquake warning for the following counties/areas: Martinsville, Franklin, Shelbyville, Greenfield, Anderson, Noblesville, Lebanon, Danville, and Plainfield. Effective from 12:55 p.m. until 1:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. Due to a large gas explosion that had recently occurred in the state of Indiana, increases in seismic activity have been reported within the counties mentioned. An earthquake measuring 11.0 on the Richter scale has occurred, which has caused extreme damage to the cities mentioned. Small tremors are expected to occur within the next 5 to 10 minutes. Authorities are currently determining the total cost of damages and number of persons killed by the seismic event. If you are in a vehicle, please ensure that you are in an open area that is away from buildings, trees, overpasses, underpasses, or utility wires. If currently indoors, remain inside until these tremors have passed and do not go outside. Do not use elevators if in a high-rise building. Be aware for falling rocks and landslides if near slopes or cliffs. Please be aware of emergency services not being available to help those affected by this event. You are encouraged to monitor media outlets and listen closely for any and all information relating to the situation. The civil authorities have issued a hazardous materials warning for the following counties, areas: State of Indiana, State of Ohio, State of Illinois, State of Michigan, and State of Kentucky. Effective from 11:56 a.m. until 12:11 p.m. Central Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Department of Health and Human Services and the Environmental Protection Agency. As the result of a large gas explosion that had occurred in the state of Indiana, gases are beginning to seep out of the rifts that had occurred within the states of Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, Michigan, and Kentucky. These gases are ascending into the atmosphere and is considered deadly to all organic life. Death will occur if you are exposed to these gases and do not seek immediate medical treatment. Symptoms that occur as a result of gas exposure are the following: nausea, vomiting blood, dizziness, blurred vision, unconsciousness, and paralysis. Residents that are currently listening to this broadcast are ordered to shelter in place and to prevent any gas from entering your residence by using tape and/or damp towels to cover cracks in doors and windows. A gas mask is recommended to ensure your survival. It is currently unknown when these gases will be cleared. However, please await an all-clear message once it has been deemed safe to exit your residence. The civil authorities have issued a civil emergency message for the United States. Effective from 12:59 p.m. until 1:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the United States government. Geologists have discovered the rift that is situated within central Indiana is beginning to collapse into itself from the bottom. It is currently unknown what is expected to occur. However, residents are urged to evacuate the state of Indiana in case of a disastrous geological event. Should you choose not to do so, you are putting your life in extreme danger. The United States Geological Survey is claiming that a Verneshot event is about to occur. A Verneshot is a large ejection of matter that occurs when gases underground continuously build up, which then proceeds to burst in an explosive fashion. Verneshots are capable of causing global catastrophes should one occur. The gases that were seeping out of the rift are continuing to ascend into the atmosphere, which is continuing to cause environmental damage. The 11.0 magnitude earthquake and subsequent tremors that had occurred previously are also the results of the gas explosion. Various methods are currently being implemented to prevent a global emergency from occurring. It is expected for a large portion of Indiana to be thrown into the atmosphere. You are ordered to not panic during this crisis, as panic will not increase your chances of survival. Please await further information as more updates will follow as they become available.
We interrupt our programming. This is a global emergency. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. Due to the transmission of this message, please do not turn off your device at this time. It is important to view the alert, as this is pertaining to a global crisis that is ongoing. The United States government is urging all citizens to seek out an underground shelter at this time. A large ejection of debris has been launched into the Earth's stratosphere. This debris has been revealed to be a significant portion of the state of Indiana. A large opening in the Earth's crust is now currently visible. This object is 15 miles in diameter and is 8 miles in length. Various satellites have detected this object en route to impact the country of Morocco in Africa. The United Nations has issued evacuations for those within the country. As a result of an unexpected Verneshot event, this object is expected to make impact within the next 10 to 30 minutes. There is no available method to prevent this object from making impact and causing a global catastrophe. You are urged to gather those that have a strong connection towards yourself and embrace them, as the object will soon make impact. The effects of this Verneshot event is comparable to an asteroid impact, in which the sun will be blocked for 10 to 15 years around the globe. Earthquakes with a magnitude of 10 or higher on the Richter scale will occur, and mega tsunamis reaching to a height of 1,500 feet or higher are to be expected. Humanity is soon to be driven to extinction. Please await the final moments of life on Earth. This message will now cease transmission. Your government thanks you for your cooperation.